40,000 people come to the show every year. A lot less today, but look at, there's some more virtual reality that's going on. Let's see if we can take a better peek on it.
Stationary game, so it kind of just teleports into
I don't know if you can get in there and see what he's doing right here. So through virtual reality, he is part of this. It's just amazing. You could see earlier. So, I mean, it's every time we turn around, imagine if all the booths showed up today, how many people would be here just doing gaming? Here's a company that just does the headsets. Let's take a mosey over here. I don't know what this is, but I have interest, so I'm going to ask him. Kind of tell me real quick what I'm looking at here today. I hope we can hear. You have the other head. Let's get the other microphone. Otherwise, they're going to hear me and they won't hear you. Give us a second here. All right. Tell us what we have here.
Maybe we can talk to us. If the engineers were left alone, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, we're just strolling by here, and it's looked interesting what you had here. And I wonder if you could just give us a couple seconds and explain what we're looking at.
Yeah. Can I finish this first?
Well, that's okay. Maybe we'll come back. We'll do it a little later.
Yeah.
Or does he know? Can he speak on it?
Okay. I can do this. Just 10 minutes or so.
Oh, that's all right. We'll see. We'll be down the other side. Then we'll see if we can make it back then.
Okay.
All right. A lot to see today. We'll keep moving. Sometimes you'll have that where you'll have the person that needs to be the spokesperson is the person that's talking to so many people you can't even get to them. One of the things we found yesterday, we had this same problem that a lot of the people that we wanted to speak to weren't here, or they were in a meeting or speaking to some high-tech client. I don't know what this game is over here. One of my team talked about it. This is something I guess that's kind of famous. It reminds me of the days going back to, oh my gosh, the 70s when we, I guess I'm dating myself, when we had the small consoles, all the different video consoles. Maybe all that's coming back. I would sure love to see that. We're going to head down to the floor area here and see what we can find down this way. Across CES, where we were yesterday was a lot of the stuff that was the big TV stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to scoop around through this side over here, see if we can find it, because we haven't even visited that part of the conference, the convention. So let's go this way. Back around the other side here, and like I've said earlier, all this area out here that's empty, normally see after booth after booth. It's just amazing how many people have dropped off. Let's go around the other side over here and see what we can find. Are you available now? There we go. Let's see if we can do this real quick. We had to keep moving because we're live. We're live. So tell me about the glasses. What do we have here?
Yeah, here we are talking about Augmented. Augmented is a German company, Fraunhofer, and here we are developing LBS systems for smart glasses.
Now LBS, you got to make sure.
Laser beam scanning.
There you go. Thank you.
Based on our special MEMS mirrors, we call them bubble MEMS. It is a hermetic sealing, so we can achieve a very huge field of view. We can achieve higher frequencies even if aperture is big. So this is giving a lot of advantages in terms of smart glasses for daily use.
So let's get down to the technical end on this. No, let's get away from the technical end, I mean. Where would the consumer use this?
The consumer can use this in a daily use.
Okay.
So
give me an example, just a few examples of that.
Yeah, any application is possible. You can think about some additional information you receive on your smartphone.
Right.
You can just display this into your eyes, while you are at the same time can see the environment around. Probably you know about all the smart glass makers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we hear about those all the time nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so this is very similar technology, or not the technology, the idea, I should say.
It's also a similar technology. So here, for example, we do have the waveguide from our partner, Dispelix. They are not here, unfortunately.
A lot of people aren't.
Yeah. It's a pity. Anyhow, we are happy that we can present this and show how augmented reality can look like. It's still a little bulky, but
and that's one of the things I was explaining to the viewers. A lot of things here are right at the start. And a lot of people say, all right, how's that integrate into our platform? Or how's that integrate into this? Or does it take off for itself? And I think that one of the things when I caught my eye on this is something I hadn't seen before or anything like this. I said, well, we've seen movie theater glasses and stuff like this, but this is something completely different. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us today.
You're welcome.
Maybe we'll see more of these around.
Yeah, next time, for sure.
There you go. Thank you very much.
It will be smaller, lighter, and not much nicer.
Very good, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Can you get a picture of his badge? So, what we saw there, we saw these glasses, and what caught my eye there, these are some of the things we've seen before. For example, when you go to the movie theater and watch 3D, this technology in this industry is changing rapidly, just totally rapidly. Let's go across the other side here and see what we can find. I tell you, CES will wear you out in one day. It's just, and this is only one building of many, You never know what you're going to find here. I'm looking across, and we see these things in quite a few different places, and we could talk to somebody here, but I can see pretty much what it is. It's like a lounge chair that's probably going to make you go, in theory, I guess, feel good about things or so forth, or maybe this is where you watch you do your gaming or watch TV. I don't know. We'll have to see on these things. Let's take a walk around the other side over here. So I'm kind of thinking that these are all, I feel like this is like a medical lab when you look on this side over here, because what you're seeing a ton of these seats over here. I'm tempted to go in, possibly, we'll see. But then on the other side over here, there's a whole different one. One of the things we do know from which has gotten bigger, and a lot of this is because of the COVID and all the things that are going on. We're seeing a lot more health tech stuff. Health tech stuff is going through the roof. Let's go ahead and mosey on down over here. So let's come across over here and take a look here. I'm getting a feeling, I don't want to interrupt him because I think he's in the zone right now. But I can see it looks like he's feeling really good. You feeling good? He says he's feeling good. These things, what they kind of remind me of here is sometimes when we see different sci-fi shots and sci-fi programs where you'll see these things they put people in for long distance travel. Both of these look like that. Look at this. We have CD duplicators. Now, I'm not sure what we walked into here, but what we have is some kind of a speaker in the middle of the room here. or a couple of them out here, and all these people just sitting on the little stools. So I don't know. We'll just move on. Let's see what else we can find. I'm guessing that this is part of LG's booth or some type of experience they're doing here. I am not sold on what I'm in the middle of. We have this OSB floor, it looks very, very good here, but LG is doing something here, and I'm wondering if there was more to this, it just didn't show up. Or this is just a lounge they put together, I'm believing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna head around this side over here. We're gonna go down to the TV area. That's always very interesting. We have Block Punk over here. Back on the other side, we didn't even go to it. The United States Postal Service over there. We have Acer over there. So they have here 2017, 2019. I'm still trying to figure out what LG is trying to do here. Oh, I see. So you use your cell phone, it probably gives you pictures of different things. I think we'll go ahead and move on down to the TV area. What's amazing here at these huge, huge conferences, you'll see areas. I mean, I'm looking at the LG booth here, and I'm gonna guess here, just off the top of my head, this is close to an acre of floor space they have here in this convention center. Now yesterday, we did a quick little piece with Bosch. Bosch is one of the interesting things, you know, when you go ahead and buy auto parts and stuff like this, we talked about this yesterday. They're trying to figure out what industries they need to get involved with. I mean, we were seeing different types of parts that are going to be taking care of all electric cars in the future. Now the other day when we were here, we were all the way down at the far end, if you can see it way down there. That was the Sony booth where we saw the introduction of their two cars and also their game consoles. So, and this is Bosch where we were yesterday. I thought it was very interesting watching Bosch get involved in fuel cells, because if they can take that's an added piece that a lot of these car manufacturers or different people that need energy can go ahead and use their parts and add it right into it. One of the things that's always interesting about this conference are the size of the booths that we have in here. They aren't just little 10 by 10 booths here. Here's another booth here. It's probably on possibly as much as an acre of land inside here. A lot of times they have big theaters in there. They won't let us in with the camera in the big theaters. But let's go down and see what else we can find in the meantime. What we were trying to do is we were trying to get an interview yesterday with a representative from TCL, because TCL TVs is very, very unique. They're the only TV that I know of out there that has the Roku built into the TV. It's amazing how a lot of these booths here, this doesn't even give it justice of what normally this conference is, because this convention is so much bigger than what we're seeing in the past. One of the things we saw with the TCL that we were looking at yesterday are the 8K TVs. Now 8K TVs are a little bit too new today. The cost is still a bit up there a little bit. One of the things we were also trying to find out, we were trying to see what, I believe it was LG that has the flexible screen that comes out of a box. I don't think they're here this year. So let's come in here into the TCL booth real quick here. Here, we got a bump right here. It shows you what TVs are turning into. I don't know if this is an 8K, I'm gonna believe it is. I thought this was interesting yesterday, but I could not get a hold of the spokesperson to talk to us about it. I don't know if we can catch this over here. What it was is these TVs were turning, and as they were turning, they were staying straight. But the spokesperson wasn't available, and I don't know if she's available today to find out some more information on it. A lot of times you'll find that when it comes to TV interviews, they will not talk to us. They want the spokesperson to talk to us. This is what we kind of came across here to see yesterday.
The TCL
just to show this,
is a simple
where TCL is putting the Roku, and they've been doing this for many, many years. This isn't a technology where the Roku is built right into the TV itself. So they're coming along. It's the only one, is it the only one that does the Roku in the box of the TV? Is it, who else does it? Yeah, they're doing the, not smart TVs, the Roku TVs.
Yeah, Roku TV.
Does it? Samsung's doing it?
No, Hisense.
Oh, Hisense, they're doing it over there too? I mean, to me, having the Roku in there, part is okay. Roku is bigger.
Now this is used for media, and we really don't. I'm not allowed to make any, say much for media.
I understand. That's what we were trying to find. Yesterday we were trying to find the spokesperson, and she wasn't available. So, but we're just moving through here. Just go ahead. Thank you very much.
Experience sound that's in seamless sync with the picture on your Roku TV. Exactly the way it should be.
Yeah. You know what?
It's even better.
Do you want to scan this, or do you want to?
Okay, just take a picture of it.
Okay, good.
At its best.
So what he's going to do is he's going to send me information, so I know who else.
Yeah. So that's for the Roku.
Right, the Roku.
The TCL person. Front desk you need to.
Yeah. We tried to catch her yesterday, and we'll have to keep looking for her.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So having the Roku embedded right into the TV totally changes this, and that's one of the things. And he says there's a couple other manufacturers now are doing it, but one of the things I love is, and I'm a user of the TCL products. I like them, they're solid, they're good products. Let's go across over the other side over here. Doing giveaways. I'm gonna go ahead and get in line and get a giveaway real quick. I don't have a clue what it is, but we're gonna find out. A lot of things are given away here.
I know, that's why I was like, I don't understand.
Very good. So this is one of the cool things about coming to a lot of these conferences is they go ahead and they put together different things, so go ahead and give you things, which is fun. I got to see if my cameraman wants one. He probably does. So we'll let him go ahead and do this. I'm going to give this to you, if I could. I don't even know what it is, but a lot of times we've seen all kinds of things. Over the years at different conferences, I remember back, oh my gosh, I'm almost going to say it was the late 70s, early 80s at Comdex. We went ahead and, back at Comdex, I got a chance to play pool with Minnesota Fats in one of these floor areas. You never know who you're going to run into here. One of the things I did not know about, and I don't know if this is something that's a growing line or so forth, is how many different products the TCL is coming out. I mean, refrigerators, washer and dryers, you name it. Even window air conditioning units. So this company seems to be really branching out.
Yes.
Really, yes, it is,
we
isn't
are.
it? I mean, I didn't know, I was just saying this to the viewers here, because we're running live right here, is how many different products I didn't know TCL had.
Yep.
You know, it's
Amazing, isn't it?
it's just refrigerators,
I know.
of all things.
Vacuum refrigerators.
Where do you see the vacuum, the remote?
AC systems.
Have they had this in their line for a long time, or I just been not aware of it?
No, we're growing every year.
Oh my. Because I know you guys from the TVs.
Right.
The TVs. But over here they have the robot on the floor here. So I'm wondering how the robot knows not to walk off the edge. Maybe it just knows. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. We got the robots. I'm just amazed how much they're branched out. They've totally branched out. Let's take a look and go outside of here a little bit here. Now what I want to do here, I would like to walk across. This is kind of zigzagging back here just for a moment here. Now there's no way we're going to be able to let us with our camera in there. But if you look here, what they're doing, this whole big area over here is a monstrous, just huge theater. They're probably doing something very intense with some type of projection or whatever. Now when we were here the other day, and this was before the show opened for the Sony event, is that all this carbon you see on the floor didn't exist. And it all gets put on the last second. They just roll it out and they're ready to go for the show. Some of these products, and I don't know about this one here, but many of the products here that might be involved with the TV have another technology. And I can say, you could probably come back and say it was very similar ideas like Adobe. Adobe might be built into electronics, but it's a separate company, totally separate. You never know what you're going to run into, different gimmicks and stuff here. Here again are a lot of companies that are coming out with different visual augmentations, because what you're doing here is you're adding to the space, no matter if it has to do with medical or industry or whatever it might be. Different things are going to help you be more efficient, have those tools that you need right at your fingertips. This is a booth that we were at yesterday, and I'm hoping to find the same gentleman we talked to, because one of the things about this is unfortunately we had an audio problem, but I still want to catch this again here today. Let's see if we can find him. I don't see him, so let me find out if we can talk to him here. One of the things about this yesterday that unfortunately I was so bummed out that we lost the audio on it is this, what it does is the camera in there recognizes what I'm doing here and actually will change and interact from this. If you notice, like here, I don't need to touch anything. So now the exciting part of that was what he was showing us was back on the other side with the home stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know where he is. There was a gentleman we talked to yesterday, we interviewed here, and our audio went down, and we missed the audio on it. We wanted to come back and do this because we thought this is a product that we're going to see going all kinds of directions. Is he still here, or is he away from here?
Yeah, he's actually at a lunch break.
That's okay. If somebody can give us a feel for it, because it was real simple. Is he far away? Maybe we can come back in a few moments.
I think
Come back very soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
make
right.
a call then.
Okay, tell him that we were here. We've interviewed him yesterday because one of the things we see about this product here, this is the product we were working with, we're talking about yesterday, where you can light the whole wall of your room or a classroom and so forth and do instructions and be live, active on anything. So all right, I'll catch up with him in a little bit. Tell him probably about maybe 10 minutes. Very, very good. All right, we're gonna come back there because I thought that one was so important to take a look at, is we need to do that one again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna loop back around the other side of the building here. I'm still amazed at how much is in here. Back on the other side here, you can see Samsung. Samsung's booth is monstrous.
On Monday?
Many manufacturers of iPhone cases, you know, all kinds of different cases. Let's go across over this way, see what we can find at this end. And this is just one of many, many buildings. Now this conference usually would be at the, what they call the South Hall 2, which is a room that's similar to this size, but 2 levels, and they would fill it completely. Let's see what we can find down here. I think a lot of these you're going to find at this in here. I think we saw yesterday a lot of audio stuff. Look at the speakers, have the lights on them. More gaming stuff. Gaming is just getting to be an amazing thing that is, it's becoming part of our lives.
Very good at sourcing products. I have a very good connection.
What's pretty wild is when you see a company that we've kind of known for a long time. For example, you know, Energizer. What do we think of Energizer? We think of batteries, right? Look at all the different items that they're coming out with that they're actually doing today. We should sneak through here real quick and see what we can find.
Okay, you need the card.
I can see they do light bulbs, all kinds of stuff here.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get
Everybody's seeing that the home use for different items that, for example, no matter if it's security or if it happens to do with turning lights on and off, automatically, not automatically, this is a huge industry that's getting bigger and bigger all the time. Let's head around this other side and then we'll loop back, because I still want to spend some time showing what that one booth had, because I think that's something that we're going to see in the future here that's going to be really big. I'm walking through an area I haven't even been in myself. This is brand new territory for me. More mobility type products. We had the other day, we were showing different products, for example, electric bikes. I mean, you look at this one, it has the big wheels on it. Electric bikes are just getting so big. And I mean, it's, some people, like I was mentioning yesterday, they don't want to pick a bike because they're afraid of what it's going to take to get back, right? I can't, electric's going to still get me home. Just boost something they need to sell. We're actually with So I don't know what they are, and maybe I'm going to be told here in a second. I walk by and I'm seeing all these boxes.
Computers.
For computers.
This is computer.
They're computers.
Yes.
And what you're doing is just scale it down to all just the basic necessities.
Yes, we are doing the chassis. We are building all computers with Intel.
That one has something in it.
Yeah.
This one does not.
No.
Yes, this is
All of
very.
them are computers.
All of them are. Look at this one. I don't know if you can get a shot of that. That is very, very interesting. That is so small. You could probably carry that in your briefcase or in your pocket, go back and forth to work. These are all computers here too.
Yes.
Very interesting concept. I don't know what else to say on that. I don't know what else to say. I love it. That's pretty interesting. Thank you very much for sharing with us. You never know what somebody's going to invent. I don't know if you caught these over here. Look at these are a whole different style of boxes. It's amazing. Simply amazing. Let's come back around this side here. Now sometimes in these areas here, you'll have somebody that has a product that they've invented, spent the time on, and just they're hoping somebody will say, you know what, that product works with my product, how can we work together? Another company just getting rid of heat. Got to get rid of heat all the time. Got to get rid of heat, right guys? Yeah. This is one of the things sometimes I think a lot of us don't recognize. All the things that we're enjoying around us, we still got to get rid of that heat because all this stuff, all electronics create heat. And here's a company here that has fans and has all kinds of different heat process items to get rid of the heat. Like I said before, you never know what you're going to find in these back booths. It is almost a challenge to come back in here. And what you do sometimes, you'll see a whole bunch of people standing around the booth going, that's the way to find out where we need to go. Let's go this way. Uh-oh, picture time, picture time.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you sure? I got a whole bunch of people behind me.
Oh.
Photographs, they're real big. You gotta take a photograph when you're in your booth. All right, we're coming through. We're coming through now. We gotta keep going. We're live. Hello. How are you doing?
T-shirts?
Huh?
Would you like a t-shirt?
Sure.
What size?
I am large, or probably extra large in t-shirts.
Okay, I got you.
So she's giving me I gotta at least ask her what she does. If she's gonna give me a t-shirt here, we're gonna talk to her for a minute.
Listen,
so what does you do here?
Here's what I do. I give away t-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah, they close the meeting a day early for us, and so we have a lot of extra swag to give away.
Well, maybe my director and my camera person would like one too then.
Absolutely. What size, guys? A large? Medium. Medium. Excellent.
So I have my group here that's going to hopefully carry that for me.
There you go.
All right, so we still got to ask the question.
Yes.
Because it's only proper to do.
Of
What is
course.
it your booth is about?
So we are a startup out of Birmingham, Alabama.
See, wait a minute, let me say. Here's another one. See, we have a startup that's coming through. Hopefully they're going to figure out how to integrate their stuff into that.
That's right, and we make
That's how it
this
works.
amazing device. It's a high wattage, GAN charger with a dual coil wireless pad. It's the last charger that you will ever buy.
Last charger I'll
right.
ever buy.
Ever. Well, you'll
I
buy
don't-
two of them. You need one, your wife needs one.
Apple doesn't believe in that, right? They just keep changing it.
Well, that's why this happened. So no more bricks, no more cables.
Right.
It's all right here. It's compact. It's easy. Travel, stand. It's perfect.
Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. Thank you very much for
You're
sharing with
very
us.
welcome.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
coming by.
Thank you. Let's see if we can mosey through here real quick. Excuse us. Everybody is always, like I said, when you find a lot of people around something, that means something cool's going on. And that was another great example, like I said earlier, where you're having somebody that has a product and the product is hopefully going to integrate or somebody else is going to use it. That's how it all comes together.
They have a fashion platform.
You never know what you're gonna find. I have found a nose of all things. There's more cell phone covers. All kinds of stuff for example, for drone activity. And let's see what we can find in a nice spot. Here's something that's getting very, very popular. And this is just one of many, many booths. We've seen this, where you're finding different ways to be able to display more than one screen at your desktop. And I tell you, if you haven't had a chance to try different screens in your desktop, got to think about it. More than one is, once you do that, you'll never go back. So let's come down here a little way. And then we're going to head back to that other booth here in just a moment, start heading that way and see if we can catch that, because I think this is, that one booth there, it's something that I think we're going to see that's going to revolutionize things. Let's come down this way. A lot of people down this way. Power, portable power. Now here's something I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. But I know that I'm seeing the video in the background. I don't know if you can catch that or not. The person has a device on their finger, and as they're moving their finger around, the screen is changing in the background. I don't think we're going to be able to sneak in there to get anybody to talk to us. Very interesting, very innovative. Let's head down this way.
All right, good. So he did
What you're going to see, and this is just one company, of many, many, many companies around here, you're going to see more drones today, because a lot of the shots we're seeing on TV are done with a drone now. They don't use helicopters. Forget that helicopter thing. Now I do want to take a fast moment here, because we were here the other night, but I want to make sure it's part of this video here, is getting to see the Sony cars. Here we have a bump here, William. Let's go across the other side. The other night we were talking about the PS5 that is coming out. We'll walk over here by this. Comes in all kinds of colors, from what I understand. PS5 is being introduced. Let's come around the corner over here and take a look at the cars. Those are the popular things right now. So the other night, they introduced these two cars here. I believe it was these two, the gray one and the white one. So when you start seeing other manufacturers that get involved in different types of mobility, I mean, it was interesting talking to one gentleman the other day that he was saying, this isn't auto industry anymore. These are forms of mobility. And look at this, look at these cars here. So Sony's got a car. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, let's keep moving. This is a company over here we interviewed yesterday. A lot of drone stuff. Now this company here does a lot of commercial type drone. All kinds of commercial drones. And one of the things I was talking about yesterday about drones is that we're going to see more and more drones out there. They're going to be integrated into our house or our home or our business that we're not going to be flying. They'll be totally autonomous. And for example, if somebody has, let's say you have an intruder in your house, all of a sudden a mini drone pops out of a little box and goes around the house to take a look and see what's going on in there. You can watch it live. These are the things that are coming. AI is going to change that, and that's one of the booths we're going to be moving to a little bit here is the AI in a little while here. More drone. What I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead, let's mosey back to the booth there and hope that gentleman is still there. See if he finished his lunch yet. Now, I gotta stress this again. We would not be able to do this live, moving around here in Comdex normally here. This would be just solid people. Let's move back around the other side, away from Sony, or I'm sorry, Samsung over here. It's amazing watching over the years what speaker technology has done. I mean, look at, I don't know if you caught it over here. He's got a speaker, he's floating it in the pool. Pretty crazy. All kinds of headphones. Hopefully I'll have my director help me guide me into where I was going. I believe it was this way. If not, we're getting close. And I think it was across here, because we did come across this part. Let's go ahead and head right through here, the Evora again. I love this booth here. It's like if you can't do your own booth, go ahead and do a whole bunch of them together. Let's come back around this way here. Look at these, which I called earlier the space. To put this much energy into something that makes you hopefully feel good is amazing. If we had more time, I would go ahead and sit in one. All right, let's head down this way here, around the other side over here, because I believe that's where this booth was. Because I think this is an industry or technology that's coming that we're going to see, maybe not this company, some company out there is going to come up with this idea. And now let's see what we can get an interview with this person. If we can find it again. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to have my director help me find this. Oh boy, guys, I'm not sure where this was, but I thought it was right in here somewhere. Here it is, here it is. Let's see if he happens to be here. Let's see if we can interview him now. So he came back off of lunch just to go ahead and talk to us. Again, this is the screen that we talked to yesterday, but unfortunately we had a failure in the audio. But I want to still go over this with him real quick. He came back from lunch, Ryan. Ryan, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
So we had an audio problem yesterday, but I thought your product was now we're streaming live here again.
Okay.
So your product was, like we talked yesterday, was something that I can see that's going to integrate into the future in a lot of different things.
Sure.
I want to make sure that we had a chance to talk to you again about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we can swing back around here, bring the camera back around. All right, so maybe take us through this again.
Okay.
This is more for commercial application, and then we're going to sneak over to the other side over here, which I look at as probably the real future. This is industry. Industry can only go so far. So maybe just kind of give us a quick demo of what we're seeing here.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've got here is the TOF camera, which is essentially a 3D camera that shoots out IR waves and bounces off of whatever object is in front of it. And then based on the time of flight of those IR waves, it detects the depth.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to slip around this side of you here.
With that reading, then it creates a little bit of a point cloud to where you have like this VGA resolution graphic, and it uses that 3D model that it just took to say, okay, this is the human head.
Right.
Here's the eyes.
Right.
Here's the fingertips, and thus the V-Touch software that we're using here then turns that into gesture control. So
I like, one of the things I liked that we talked about yesterday is no touch.
That's right.
And that was interesting because you could do this on any type of level beyond that. And I would like to go down. So this is more for commercial use where you can have a panel. Now, you guys don't make the screens. We want to make sure everybody understands this. You make the software and the cameras that you can integrate.
That's correct.
Now I would like to go across and see the room over here. I hope we can get over here. Let's take a look. And you have your demo master already working on it. Let's see if we can run across here and see if we can get the view on this way. So, why I thought this was very important here. I don't know if you notice what he's doing over here. He's just touching into space about different things he's wanting to do. He's not even up to the screen or whatever. So I started thinking about this because this is one of the things I love talking about, is where you'll see a concept like this and figure out what it's going to turn into. I look at this. This is the future of a classroom wall. This is the future of your living room. This is the future of your kitchen. And those are the things that reach back to the consumer. We can always talk about the industrial stuff, Ryan, right?
Absolutely.
So kind of give us a demo, talk about real quick what he's doing here.
Certainly. So he's using the depth detection camera to recognize his face, eyes, and finger movement. So it then takes the position of his eyes and fingertips to triangulate exactly what he's pointing at.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. It's watching his eyes too?
Yes, sir. And in fact, they use these same type of depth detection cameras in cars to look at driver distracted.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, many times. Yes.
Yeah. So they can actually track exactly what you're looking at as well. But in this case, it's just triangulating it so that he gets an exact pinpoint response every time he's poking at the wall here. And this doesn't have to have some crazy special setup. It really just requires our camera and V-Touch software. And then you can do this in your home. But basically, he's programmed into, here's my lamp, here's my humidifier, here's my speakers,
right.
And then from there, he can just point at those things, adjust the volume, adjust the temperature, whatever, what have you, depending on what it is. And this just kind of gives you an idea of how he might be able to go through and connect all of his different devices in his home and be able to control them all with just the point of a finger.
So imagine where we're going with this is, like I said, like you're inside your house, your walls or whatever are now interactive, and that's just amazing. Ryan, thank you very much. I'm glad we were able to catch you again because unfortunately we lost the audio yesterday. We don't know what happened to it. But I just want to make sure we took some time here to show this because I think this is something we're going to see a lot more of. Thank you, Ryan.
Excellent, thank you.
Let's go ahead and head back over this way here. We already walked by this earlier, the augmentation. We have not gone over this way, but I think, you know what? Let's go ahead and head over to the other building. That's the AI building, and it's also the health building too. And let's see what's going on there.
better.
One of the things that CES did is they widened these aisles. These aisles normally would be about half of this. And they widened them for the COVID, obviously, but I think they had plenty of space to do this. The main thing is it did happen. So remember, for 2 years it has not happened. Everybody knows Targus. Targus comes out with all kinds of little devices, no matter if they're electronic devices or cases. Let's just kind of just mosey through here. Gosh, Targus does keyboards. They do all kinds of different items.
That's the universal docking station, still using USB graphics.
Many of you out there probably today are using Targus devices or Targus cases and so forth. All right, let's head back around because we are running out of time today and we got so much to show, so much to do. So I think what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and cut this video now because it's going to take a while for us to get to the next location, and we'll start up again here in just a few moments here. I hope you're enjoying this kind of a touch of what CES is about here today. We're excited to show it. I'm your host, Eric Swanson, and we'll be back just in a few moments.
Oh, we had 2 comments.